Hello students, this is Manjitza again in front of you in second period of things around us. Okay, I hope you all have done some of the questions that I was left for you. Okay, and you all are also capable to understand. You all have understand about what? Living things, non-living things, okay, natural things, artificial things, okay. So today in this period I'm going to start from the characteristics of living things, okay, characteristics of living things, okay students. In very simple language we can say that characteristics of living things mean to say that these word character or characteristics is simply called the basic function, the basic action, the basic activities that was performed by the living things or the other things. Yes, and as we know that right now we are talking about living things, no? As you can see, what is written here? Living things. Understand? So in the concept of living things, we can say that the character or characteristics means the action, activities which are performed by the living things to continue themselves. Okay students, to continue themselves. Yes, to be alive on the earth. Okay students, yes. So what are the basic functions or what are the basic activities, yes, performed by the living things we are going to study right now. Okay students, among them the first one is what? Food. Okay, the first one is what? Food. Okay students, we can write it in the form of sentence also. Living things need food. Okay, this is the first character of living things. Understand? But non-living things, they do not need food. Okay, they can be like in the same condition without taking any types of food throughout the year, throughout the month, yes, or we can say that throughout as a long period of time. Okay students, but living things need food. This is the first characteristics of living things. Okay, in another language we can also say that nutrition. Okay, fooding habit of different types of animals is also called nutrition. Okay, but I think nutrition is the word which is vast for the level of class 4, class 3 and class 2. So I want to use here a very simple language which is easy for the students or for the kids of class 4, 3 and 2 to understand. Okay, that's why I have written here what? Food. It means living things need food. Okay. The questions comes in my mind is, why do the living things need food? Okay, or we can say that why is the food necessary for the living beings? Without food, can we perform our regular activities? No, we feel hunger. Yes, we do not feel energetic while performing or doing work. Okay, after a certain interval of time, we need what? Food. Yes? As we all are sitting inside of home in the present condition, after 3 hours, after 4 hours, according to the capacity of different person, we ask for food to our mother, our grandmother, or our sister. Okay, students? Yes. The main reason is food provide us energy. Okay, students? Food provide us what? Energy to perform different type of activities. We are kids, okay? We enjoy to play various types of games, okay? Especially I am talking about the outdoor games, okay? We play outdoor games like cricket, football. After playing, we feel tiredness. As well, we should study. We should perform various homework given by the teachers in our school. Is it, students? Yes. So, these types of work we should perform every day. So, for performing these types of work, we need energy in our body. And what is the source of our body? The source of our body is what? Food. The source of our body is food. Understand? We eat various types of food in our daily routine, according to our daily routine. Yes? These different types of food have contained different types of essential nutrition. Essential nutrition which provide us energy. Okay? And by the using of this energy, our body performs various types of work. Okay? So that the fooding habit is one of the primary and basic characteristics of what? Living things. Is it? Yes. We can see as human beings, other animals like dog, cat, fish inside of water, tiger in jungle, yes, and the cow which are wandering on the road. They also need what? Food. Okay? Yes, students, I am not talking only about the animals. As you have studied in previous class, plants was also listed in the group of living things. Okay? Plants, they also need food. But the process of making food by plant cannot be seen directly. Okay? But the process of eating food, cooking food, making food by the animals can be seen directly. Okay? Without food, neither animals nor the plant can survive for a long time on the earth. Is it? Yes. So, as we can see, the cat and the dogs, okay, wandering home to home, here to there, and as they got anything which is appropriate for them to eat, they took it and ran away. Yes. If we talk about ourselves, okay, then we ask for food to our mother or whoever in our home with us, okay, and mother, sister, grandmother provide us what? Food, okay, and we start to eat. But plants, we have a question, no? Who provide food for the plant? Who provide food for the plant? Yes, the natural things. Natural things like air, light of sun, and from the ground. It means we can say that land, soil. Okay. The essential things which are required to manufacture, or in simple way we can say that to cook food for the plant, are provided by the different natural resources like light of sun, air, and the what? Soil. Yes. Okay. And the collect minerals from the soil, carbon dioxide from the air, and compose them and prepare food for them, and they utilize. Okay, students? If we just talk about the animals, we can see that the fooding habit of different animals are different. All animals do not eat pizza, burger, rice, vegetables like us. Yes? Do not eat. No? Sometimes we can also see that one animals feed on other. Okay? It means we can say that one animals hunt other animals and they eat them. Like tiger. No? Used to hunt deer and they eat them. Is it, students? Yes. Human beings eat various types of food. Tiger only eat what? Flesh of other animals. Yes. Not only tiger, I am talking about the group of animals. No? Group of animals, it means many animals do not eat fruit like us, do not eat rice like us. Yes, they only eat the flesh of other animals. Okay. Some of the animals, we can see that they never eat the flesh of other animals. Okay. We cook the meat of what? Chicken. No? Just try once and give chicken curry to the cow. Cow never eat that chicken curry. Okay? Why is that so? Because cow never eat the flesh of other animals. They only eat grass, rice, etc. like us. Okay, students? So, according to the fooding habit, we can basically classify the animals in three groups. Okay, basically classify the animals in three groups. Okay, they are omnivorous, carnivorous, and herbivorous. Omnivorous, herbivorous, and carnivorous. Do you get it? According to fooding habit. Which habit? Fooding habit. Yes? Different types of animals select different mode of what? Eating. Different mode of eating. Okay? So, on the basis of fooding habit, we can classify or we can divide all the animals in basic three types, three categories. Okay? The first one is herbivorous. The second one is omnivorous. And the third one is what? Carnivorous. Okay, students? Okay. So first, try to understand about the omnivorous animals. Yes? One of the biggest and very simple example of omnivorous animals is, we are going to say that what? Human beings. Okay? The question, why is that so? Very simple answer. Omnivorous animals means that type of animals who eat both. Both means what? The flesh of animals, and also they can eat the bioproduct of plant. The bioproduct of plant. Yes, bioproduct of plant means that types of things which we can eat, and these are obtained from the plant, like vegetables, like fruits, like spinach, like rice. Yes, these are what? The bioproduct of plant. And if we talk about egg, meat, no, these are the bioproduct of what? Animals. Yes. So the types of animals who can utilize both bioproduct of animals also and the bioproduct of what? Plant also. It means grass, leaves, fruits, meat, everything. Such type of animals are called omnivorous animals. Which animals? Omnivorous animals. So my dear students, can you give me some more examples of that types of animals who can eat both? Plants, bioproduct of plants like spinach, like leaves of the plant, like grass, and not only grass like this, rice also, no? And also meat, egg like this. If you can give me some more examples of that types of animals, then take your pencil right now and write on your copy. Yes, omnivorous animals. Okay, so make a list of what? Herbivorous animals. Okay, the first one, as we studied right now about which animals, students? Herbivorous animals. Okay, so you can make 5 list of such animals who can eat both. Okay, grass also and meat also. Okay, or basically we can say that the animals which is depend upon the plants and animals both for their food. Okay, can you make the list of like this? Okay, good. And then after, the second types of animals is according to what? On the basis of fooding habit. On the basis of fooding habit, the second types of animals is what? Carnivorous animals. Which animals? Students, carnivorous animals. Okay, carnivorous animals. Yes. The animals which depend upon the flesh of other animals for their food. Okay, that types of animals are called what? Carnivorous animals. Is it, students? Yes, like we can see what? Tiger, lion. No, these types of animals hunt other animals. Okay, buffalo, deer, yes, etc. They hunt first and then after they eat them. Okay, so such types of animals which depend on the flesh of other animals for their food are called what? Carnivorous animals. Carnivorous animals. Understand? There are two types of categories, students. Some types of animals, they hunt the other animals first and then after eat their fresh meat. Fresh flesh. Okay, like you have seen in Discovery channels, National Geography channels, no, in the wildlife programs, tiger, lion, they chase the other animals like buffalo, like deer, okay, and after that they catch them and kill. Okay, and after the killing deer or the buffalo, the tiger or the lion or their whole family eat the meat or the flesh of that deer or the buffaloes. Okay, but we can see the other types of animals, they also used to eat flesh, they also used to eat meat of the other animals, but their behavior, their nature is quite different than tiger and lion. Yes, like hyena, okay, like wolf, okay, and as well wolf and hyena also hunt the animals sometimes, but many often they do not hunt themselves. They just eat the meat of the animals which died already before. Okay, it means we can say that it is not matter that either the meat of the animals or the flesh of animals is fresh or not. They start to eat if they see any of the animals dying. Okay, like vulture, eagle, also we can see they have same habit. They also eat the meat of those animals which died already before, or we can say that the types of animals which is depend upon the food on the dying body of the animals. Yes, that types of animals are called scavenger. That types of animals are called scavenger, students. Okay, students. So if we are understand what are the carnivorous animals, then you can also make the list of 5 those types of animals which are comes in the group of carnivorous animals. Which animal, student? Carnivorous animals. Okay. Then after, the third category of the animals on the basis of their fooding habit or on the basis of the selection of food. Okay, we have studied about herbivorous animals, study about carnivorous animals, and study about what? I think before this I have taught you about omnivorous animals, students. I am very sorry right now, not about herbivorous animals. We are studied about omnivorous animals. Okay, then after carnivorous animals, and now herbivorous animals. Okay. Now the third category of herbivorous animals Okay, so these types of animals which are only depend upon plants or the bioproduct of plants, like fruits, like leaves of the plant, like green grass, like rice, okay, vegetables, etc. So the types of animals which are only depend upon the plants for their food are called what? Herbivorous animals. Which animals? Herbivorous animals. Okay, like cow, like buffalo. Yes, they never eat flesh or meat of the animals. Okay, if you want to check, then you can do it. Okay, you can see many of the cows are wandering on the road. Sometimes you can also see that some group of the cows comes in front of your gate too. Okay, and we give them something for it, something to eat. Yes, so try to give them chicken curry some days. Okay, you will experience that they never try to eat the food in which chicken curry is mixed up. Okay, they never they will eat it. Yes, why? It is because they comes in the group of herbivorous animals. Okay, so if you are understand right now about herbivorous animals, then you can make the list of herbivorous animals. Okay, students? Yes. After this, we can also discuss about parasitic animals and saprophytic animals. Okay, parasitic animals and saprophytic animals. Yes, so altogether we can say that there are 5 or 6 types of animals according to their fooding habit. But basically they are categorized in these 3 groups. Okay, they are omnivorous. Simply we can say that the animals which can eat both the flesh of animals too and the plant also. Okay, carnivorous animals. Very simply we can say that the flesh or the meat of other animals. Yes, or flesh eating animals. Okay, and herbivorous animals, we can simply say that only plant or the product of plant eating animals. Okay, student, these, and as I have said you, the animals which are used to eat the meat or the flesh of dead animals are called scavenger. As well, the parasitic, yes, or parasites are also the animals or the type of animals according to their what? Fooding habit. Which habit? Fooding habit. Yes. Have you question in your mind? What types of animals are they? Or what types of animals are called the parasitic animals? Don't worry. I will give you a very simple examples. After these examples, you are able to understand what is parasitic animals. Okay, so very simply we can say that those types of animals which depend upon the blood of other animals as their food, like mosquito, like leech. Okay, or we can also say that the animals which live in the body of other animals, they are also called parasitic animals. Okay, so very simply we can say that such types of animals which suck the blood of other animals for their food are called parasitic animals, like mosquitoes, yes, and leeches, etc. like this. And saprophytes, okay, saprophytes are those types of animals which depend upon the nectar of flower. I mean to say that the juice of flower. Okay, some of the animals also depend upon only the juice which can secrete it from the leaves of plant. Okay, like butterfly. Butterfly always suck the nectar of flower or the juice of flower for their food. As well, honeybee, yes, they also suck the flowers, suck the nectar or the juice which is secreted by the flower as their food. Okay, students, so this much today. Yes, I have already given you some questions here. You can write, you can do your homework and try to be inside of your home and be safe. Okay, students, thank you very much.